Hi SDJA and welcome to our 2019-20 SDJA Athletic Awards Banquet. Sit back and relax and enjoy the journey as we review our athletes and season's amazing performances throughout this year. This year we had 6 of our 7 programs who were able to complete their seasons that made it to the postseason. This is a phenomenal accomplishment, and it shows that our programs are strong across the board. Consistently, our athletes and teams and coaches are stepping up.
This season was special for a lot of reasons. 1, obviously, we won league for the first time in the school history. 2, we got back to CIF championship. And 3, I actually got to see our program mature a little bit. We had a lot of players who were recognized as all-leaguers. We went through some adversity. Obviously, we had the whole situation with Moy getting injured in the 3rd game, which was heartbreaking for everyone. But as a team and as a group, we pulled together and we got stronger as the season went on. Of course, I would have liked to finish off with a championship. Everyone would like to, but I believe what we learned about ourselves as a team and as a community and how we can rally together when one of our own goes down was maybe more important for the future of our program. So I definitely want to say thank you guys for everything you did this year, and I look forward to another great season in 2020.
We won league and did not lose a league match, and we won most of our league matches pretty significantly. We broke school history in records in CIF individuals and doubles, and with the help of Kelsey and Fanya, they had a great attendance record, and they're very consistent players, so they're very difficult to play against. I wouldn't want to play against them. They were top 4 in league and won 2 rounds at CIF, reached the round of 64, 2nd team in school history to do that. We also had Mimi and Leia who did well as well and got top 4 in league as well. So I feel like my whole team came together and really they're all friends. They had really great camaraderie, and I feel like it was a really, really good season.
Everybody working together, and then seniors really coming over, Emily and Sammy, and incorporating them into the team. It all was a driving force to go to playoffs. We hadn't gone to playoffs in a couple years, so starting the season 6-0 was super exciting. And then like any team, we kind of sort of got into the competition a little bit and really had to fight for what we wanted. And it's really exciting to see your team fight for what they want, to work hard for what they want. They knew they wanted to go to playoffs, and they knew they were going to have to fight for it, and we fought for it until the very end of the season, and we got our spot in playoff.
This past fall in cross country, Brannigan was running the best he's ever run. He was one of the top runners all season long, both in our Pacific League and in the Coastal Conference. And about 2 weeks out from the CIF championship meet, he fell and had a minor knee sprain. And we didn't know if that was going to be the end of his season. We had set our goal to make it to the state meet for him as an individual. And that would be the first time anyone from the San Diego Jewish Academy has ever qualified for the state cross-country championships. And so he luckily got the doctor's okay to continue to train. And we said, you know what, we're just going to go for it. So he showed up at Morley Field and he competed in the almost 3-mile race, and he ended up finishing it in 17:24. He was 20th overall and just narrowly missed qualifying for the state meet. So that's definitely the goal this next year, is to try to make it.
And the boys were determined to do well, if not win the league. And there was a lot of up and down through the league, through the season, playing a lot of rival games and unexpected, events. And they persevered. The boys persevered. There was so much resilience in their play that it came down to a final game at the end of the season where we needed to win or tie. And I remember the talk at halftime, we were losing 1-0. And we were gonna come out with everything that second half and do what we had to. The goal was to win the game, not to tie it. But we were happy to have found a way to at least tie the game and stay on top of the game so it wouldn't get out of hand again. And with that tie, we won the league, and we haven't won the league for a while. I want to say almost 7 years.
Girls varsity soccer this year, we knew right out of the gate that they had a ton of potential and had the opportunity to really, really compete this year, which was exciting. We had a veteran group of seniors to lead the team, and we had some young new players that we were really excited about. And I think the exciting part about that season was there were bumps along the way. There was bumps from the very beginning. It's a small roster, so that sometimes happens. But they really fought through it. And especially you saw that fight come out in the end in their playoff run. And to see that team come out and compete the way they did in those playoff games was phenomenal. Those girls played through injury, they played through illness, they left it all on the field when they walked away from that semifinal game. And for them to make it that far and to leave it out on the field like that, I was so impressed and so proud of that group for how far they'd come, even from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. All league award winners are chosen by our conference coaches. This process is meant to highlight the top athletes in each sport. Like in years past, SDJA has a number of all league award winners that we want to celebrate this year.
Freshman number 22, Alexander Russo. Junior number 28, Gabriel Simser. Senior number 1, Ilan Lesorek. Sophomore number 84, Jaime Cohen. Senior number 72, Benny Lombroso. Junior number 18, Jaden Youngelson. Senior number 55, Gabriel Dorenbaum. Junior number 12, Alejandro Weiss. Freshman number 25, Jonathan Cohen. First Team Ocean League, senior number 2, Carla Weiner. Second Team Ocean League, senior number 8, Dalia Cohen. First Team Ocean League, senior number 3, Mia Hansen. Freshman, number 12, Joanna Zagamichan. Second Team Ocean League, Senior, number 1, Natalie Gigi Artenstein. Senior, number 8, Carla Weiner. Senior, number 4, Eitan Breziner. Senior, number 21, Evan Cohn. Junior, number 12, Devin Marcus. Junior, number 11, Jaden Youngelson. Senior, number 16, Gabriel Dorenbaum. Senior, number 0, Ilan Lesorek. Junior, number 10, Gabriel Simpser. Boys basketball, second team Ocean League, sophomore, number 10, Josh Osnock.
Our Golden Lion Award winners are individuals who participated in 3 seasons of sport throughout this school year, fall, winter, and spring.
Golden Lion Award winners, Ella Diamond, Ella Gutman, Leah Gabay, Samuel Trackman, Yossi Galikot, Jordan Scher, Jonathan Cohen, Jaden Youngelson, Jack Hanlon, Brennan Klein, Benny Lombroso, Ana Velazquez, Jimmy Lyle, Brandon Parks, Noah Rosenbaum, Sivan Gabay.
A very common award in sports is the Rookie of the Year award. This year we had a number of freshmen who stepped up and played phenomenal, filled big shoes on varsity teams. We couldn't pick just one. So up next, we have a highlight reel to show you a number of our phenomenal freshmen and the ways they help impact our varsity programs this year.
Has the skills and the talent to be a really good basketball player. But what I see in Jimmy and I admire the most is his work ethic. The never say die attitude, throwing his body into the game, giving 100% at practice. I mean, you can't ask for a better athlete on your team, and you wish you had 20 of them.
Alex Russo, man, as coming on as a freshman and displaying the amount of talent that he did at the quarterback role and taking on that position. I've only seen this twice, in my coaching career and my football career too. A freshman that comes in and takes on the role as quarterback and eventually starts.
Brendan Klein, he is somebody who I am really going to be counting on these next few years. Impressive performances, especially in our final game of the season, which was a playoff game. Was asked to play goalkeeper and did an outstanding job, and I don't think it's his normal position, but he stepped up and was one of the most inspirational players on the field.
Jonathan Cohen, he probably weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet. Probably not anymore, he grew a little bit. A kid that just came in there with fire and passion and just the will to not only make the team, but to start. He started all year long. He had 2 interceptions that I can remember that were memorable, and a couple touchdowns, lots of great plays. He wasn't the biggest player on the field ever, He was actually one of the smallest, yet he played like he was 6'1" and ran a 4.240. He played to that level of like, I'm a giant and there's no one that's gonna stop me. That young man has a future ahead of him because of how determined he is. There was nothing that anyone could say or do that was gonna bring Jonah down. And that's what made me admire that kid the most, is because of his heart and his determination.
Joanna Zaga, she was a little bit louder leader on the field. She has an intensity that mirrored Mia Hansen, and them working together was such exciting to watch. I'm very lucky to have coached them this year. Julia was a silent leader. She was very dedicated to practices. She showed up to every practice. She showed up for every game. If I put her in a position that she was a little worried about, she was like, okay, coach, and she just did it. And that was huge for her teammates. And I know that they appreciate that.
Alex Gilbert. The way he worked on his skills, honed his skills, his mental toughness is just incredible for a person of that age, and as he matures, I see great things in the future for him and for our basketball team.
Sammy was another freshman that we had on our team. Like Emily, she came out and contributed from day one. She was one of the hardest working girls on our team. She put in a ton of effort from the start. She was asked to play multiple positions throughout the year, some of which she'd never played before, and she gave everything in practice and in games to prove herself. It's really hard to play on varsity when you're a freshman, especially when you're surrounded by seniors, and she came out day one ready to contribute, and I'm excited to see what she does for the next 3 years.
Emily was a great player for us this year. She came out as a freshman on varsity, which is hard enough to do any year, but she came out with when everyone else on the team was 9 seniors. So for her to come out and contribute as much as she did was amazing. She had a steep learning curve. She came in and earned a starting spot, and she really proved that she could handle the varsity level play as a freshman. She led the team in a couple stats. She was one of the top leaders in aces, and she led the team in assists. So she really made her mark as a freshman.
This year, the Performance of the Year award goes to 2 individuals who took their postseason play to the next level. In SDJA Athletics, we have hundreds of events over the course of the year. We have a lot of performances to choose from, but these 2 ladies really stepped it up for the Performance of the Year. The Performance of the Year award goes to Kate Azen and Leora Langman.
Kate and Leora really stepped up this past year. They're team players, and they came together and they had the best performance of this year. And they're only sophomores. That's crazy. They're so young, and I'll be happy to have them on my team for a couple more years. Kate makes everyone smile. She jokes around. She's just funny and great to be around. And Leora is just very consistent and an aggressive baseliner and a really great girl. They won league individuals, and they significantly won it. I think there may have been only one close match. So, and then they went on to the 3rd round in CIF and reached the round of 32, the first in school history to ever do that. So I just think they're great people and great players, and they came together, and they had only played doubles one time together the whole season. And you know, with Kate and having her really good net game, and Leora being very consistent, aggressive baseliner, I think it really worked. Their game came together and it really worked for them. So congratulations for Performance of the Year.
Our Iron Lion Award is my favorite award to give out. This award goes to students who participate in 3 sports a year for all 4 years of high school. These kids are the heart and soul of our programs. As a small school, we rely on their commitment and dedication to be successful. Our first Iron Lion Award goes to Ilan Lisorek.
This is not an award for athletic achievement. This is more of an award for character, of who you are as a person, as a student, as a friend, as an athlete, as a teammate, as a son. I think Ilan embodies this award because of his dedication to sports, to the school, to his family, to his synagogue. He's fully committed 100% with everything he does.
Ilan Lisorek, definitely one of the more inspiring players I've ever coached.
Ilan, for the last 2 years, has been a leader, a productive athlete, and a warrior for our team. A lot of big plays that we've made have come from that guy, and he may not be the biggest, he may not be the strongest, he may not be the fastest, but I don't know if I've ever had a player who's had more desire and more heart to make plays for his team than Ilan Lisorek.
I think my favorite thing about Ilan is that he just doesn't take no for an answer. Doesn't matter what it is, that's the way he plays sports. That's the way he approaches life. He's willing to ask for anything, he's willing to take chances, he's willing to take risks, and he's willing to give it his all 100% of the time. And I think that's why, for me, he is so successful, is his willingness to put himself out there and his willingness to really never back down.
He is one of a kind. He has played, I think, almost in every position on the field for us. Predominantly goalkeeper, but he is an everything guy for us. He was one of the special characters on the team. Always had an opinion about everything, and made sure that we all knew his opinion. But in the end, his heart was in the right place, and it was for the good of the team.
Gabe is another person that is well deserving of this award through his hard work, dedication to the football team, as a leader, as a mentor, his dedication to the school, to his family, to his synagogue, in every aspect of his life.
Gabe was the heart and soul of our team this past season. You could always see that Gabe had a passion and a love and a fire to play football. And coming out to work every day at practice, you know that you're going to get everything Gabe has. From the first day of practice to the last snap of the championship game, Gabe played with everything he had, and he gave it all for his Lions brothers. And again, another player that we're going to miss a lot.
I've had the fortune to coach Gabe Dornbaum for 4 years on the varsity baseball team here at SDJA. He came out as a freshman with almost no experience with the sport and took it upon himself to transform into the player that he is today. His work ethic, competitive nature, and determination to be great was noticeable every day, and he eventually became our ace pitcher and starting shortstop. Gabe is the teammate and leader that every great team requires. His presence and stern mentality elevates the motivation and level of his teammates and shows the true nature of what it means to be an SDJA Lion.
It's really been fun to be able to watch Gabe grow into the young man he is today. I know as coaches, we all saw his potential early on, his potential as an athlete, his potential as a leader. And we were kind of sitting there waiting to see if it was going to take shape. And sure enough, you saw him grow as an individual, and he really stepped up and filled in the leadership role. And not only was a phenomenal athlete in the 3 sports he played, but more than that, he gave everything he had to his team. He just left his heart on the field every time he played, and grew into this fantastic young man who we're so proud of and couldn't be more proud to be giving this award to.
What he shows on the field is a lot of passion, and I believe that that's how he likes to do everything, with passion. I know he plays football for the school as well, and I've never seen anything more from him than giving passion, you know, and giving everything he can to everything he does here. But I am happy to have had him on the team, and I think the team itself was benefited by him.
Mia Hansen is just an all-around athlete. She's a superstar, and she really put in the work here at SDJA, and I know on her club teams as well. And she's one of those athletes that she was always made it a priority, always made soccer a priority, and was so much fun to watch her play the game, so much fun to watch her become a leader, and we will miss her very much.
Mia Hansen was quite an athlete, is quite an athlete. She demonstrated her athleticism on the field with soccer. She was inspiring to watch on the field. I really think that she was a huge force for this team.
What impresses me and what I admire the most about Mia is her mental toughness and perseverance, as well as the incredible leader she is to everyone around her. Mia also served as a team captain for both the girls' high school cross country and track and field teams, and it's within this role that I really saw and truly saw Mia shine. Mia served as a leader to her teammates and to her school as she represented as a high jumper and was the first ever SDJA track and field athlete to qualify for the prestigious CIF San Diego Division I and II prelims at Mount Carmel High School.
This year, our Lions Pride Award goes to an individual who's not only one of the best team managers we've had, but dedicated herself to being our Lions mascot for all 4 years of high school. She was committed, and she brought an energy level to every Lions event she attended over her 4 years. The Lions Pride Award goes to Gabriella Wellman.
Gabriella Wellman. Gabby is really talented at making people feel good. She is the ultimate fan, and we were lucky enough to have her in the volleyball program for all 4 years that she was here. The first 2 years she played, and then her last 2 years she was a manager, and she was committed, consistent, and she put in a lot of effort into this program. She didn't have any ego. She was totally there for all the girls and for the coaching staff. And to have her as part of this program really changed the dynamic of our program. She was excited about everything, which made us excited about everything. She brought gifts for the girls, and she did a really, really good job managing the team the last 2 years. I know she also goes to all other sports games, not just volleyball, and she has been the mascot all 4 years. And to have a senior who's still willing to put on the Lions costume and go out there and get the crowd pumped and cheering on the team is just amazing, and she'll be missed.
So the thing I love about Gabby Roman and her high school experience was she found something that she connected with in being a team manager and being a mascot. She found a way to be a part of the athletic program. And though it wasn't the traditional way of participating on a team, she found a way to be super valuable. And she was a great team manager, and she was a great mascot. She still learned all those valuable lessons you get with sport. She was committed and dedicated and supported all those teams at SDJA. And I just love that about her, that she took it upon herself to find her role, and then she gave it 110%. This year, the Perseverance Award goes to an individual whose work ethic knows no bounds. I don't know a student athlete who works harder than this kid. And he does it quietly, on the trails, in the background, not in front of a crowd, but he tirelessly puts in the work every single day. The Perseverance Award goes to Brannigan Stone.
In all of my years of teaching and coaching, I've never worked with a student athlete who was more driven, passionate, dedicated, and committed to both the sport of cross country and track and field, nor a better or more caring and compassionate leader to his teammates, to his peers, and to his community than Brannigan Stone. He truly embodies what it means to persevere, what it means to set a goal or goals for yourself, and believe in all that you are and everything that you know that you can do, and just go for it, no matter what and no matter what obstacles are in front of you.
I don't think I know a kid that is more dedicated and disciplined than Brannigan Stone. I don't know that people know how committed he is to his regime, his workout, his craft. He is a runner through and through, and he is the most dedicated high school student I've seen this far. And not only that, sometimes when you have kids who are so disciplined and dedicated, they're kind of rigid, but he is one of the nicest kids, one of the most polite, respectful kids that I know. I'm so happy that he's receiving this award. He deserves all the success he gets. Our High School Athlete of the Year Award. Every year we choose one standout male athlete of the year and one standout female athlete of the year. This award is based on outstanding athletic performance. The award for Male High School Athlete of the Year goes to Gabriel Dorenbaum. The award for High School Female Athlete of the Year goes to Mia Hansen. Our SDJA Athletics Leadership Award is one of my favorites. Leadership is so important. It's important in sport, it's important in life, and this individual demonstrated some of the best leadership I've seen on the field. The SDJA Athletic Leadership Award goes to Evan Cohn.
Evan Cohn was one of our team captains this year, and I think he was exceptional in his role. Not only did he provide leadership and provide motivation for the players, but did it through example. As you say, if you want to lead, do it through example. And he was the kind of player that absolutely did that. Never quit, and never wanted to see anybody quit. Always pushed, and even when we made playoffs, I think was one of his greatest games because he absolutely left everything on the field and showed the freshmen and the other players that are coming up that that's how you do it. This is what it's about, and showed absolute Lions pride.
So in my mind, Evan Cohn really cemented himself as one of the best leaders on campus in the men's soccer playoff game. He went into that game as a senior with missing 6 or 7 of their starters for that game, relying heavily on younger players. And he demonstrated leadership like I haven't seen before. He played his heart out and left it on the field. Ending with an injury, he had to walk off and spend the last 10 minutes of the game on the sideline. And I looked at his face and I could tell when we lost the game the pain he was in, but in that moment I was so proud of him because he did everything he could. He left it on the field, he led his team, he gave them every opportunity to be in the position to win, and sometimes it doesn't go your way, but phenomenally proud of the leadership that young man has shown on the soccer field.
Unfortunately, this year we were unable to have our spring season of sport, which is why we don't have highlights for our spring sports or awards for our spring sports members. I know there were some of you, especially seniors, who missed out on your final season of spring sports. And while that's not easy and that's a tough pill to swallow, no doubt that the resiliency and the perseverance that you guys have developed over the years here at SDJA will serve you as you head on into your future. The Best Team Award. While this award does factor in wins and losses, that's not what it's about. When thinking about this award, the coaches and I discussed what it truly meant to be a team. And for us, best team meant the group that had the best camaraderie, that came together, that demonstrated the best teamwork. The Best Team Award goes to the 2019 varsity football team.
This season was special for a lot of reasons. One, obviously, we won league for the first time in the school history. 2, we got back to CF championship. And 3, I actually got to see our program mature a little bit. We had a lot of players who were recognized as all leaguers. We went through some adversity. Obviously, we had the whole situation with Moy getting injured in the 3rd game, which was heartbreaking for everyone. But as a team and as a group, we pulled together and we got stronger as the season went on.
This season, we came in like knowing that we were gonna get back to the championship and hopefully win. But yeah, I think that it was just like we had it predicted and we just wanted to reach our goal.
I think it was the energy that we had coming into games, into the whole season, kind of like the anger that came from losing in the final last year, and like playing for something greater than football, playing for like our community, like that Saturday night game we had at school, which we won our league. We were playing for so much more than us. We had our community in the stands. I'd never seen that many people in our stands, and that night it was completely full, and it was an amazing feeling to have.
Injuries was what made us unite more and made us play as a team and what brought us to the next level. Because I remember when Moy got injured, we were down, and then suddenly we all came together, thought it through, and we were able to score 36 points that they weren't able to score back. So that was a main factor. Also, when Alex Weiss got injured, I think we all had him in the back of our heads during the semifinals and then through all of the finals. So I think, honestly, yeah, it sucks that they were getting injured, but I think that's a big factor that brought us all together and got us to where we are.
All the seniors for guiding us and helping us.
They were really our mentors. I don't think. I mean, I don't know about them, but I couldn't have done it without my seniors.
Yeah. All look up to them.
They're motivational. They teach you.
They do a lot for us.
Yeah.
I remember after our first game, we won by a large amount, and we all just went into the locker room and started partying basically in the locker room. We all started jumping up and down and dancing, and it was we want this every week, we want this every game, and it really inspired us to keep moving forward with the program.
We were, I feel more than teammates, we were all friends. So seeing each other in school and just passing through classes, getting to see the freshmen wearing their hoodies, and in the day for homecoming when they get to wear their pads, and we go around and smack them on the helmet, just play with them, and I think it was really cool to see. It was good chemistry.
I feel a brotherhood is exactly what this football team is. It's a bunch of guys just not brothers in a family, but becoming brothers as friends, and just having that bond that anything you need, whenever, at whatever time, will be there, even after we're done with football. I know that all of them, the younger guys, will forever have me as a brother, and anything they ever need, they know that I'm here for them.
Congratulations to all of our award winners. And thank you to our student athletes. Your dedication and commitment to our programs is inspiring, and it's so fun to have a front row seat to all of your performances and the growth you demonstrate as athletes and as people. We look forward to the 2020 season of sport.